you okay? Do you need help? What the fuck? Let me go! Oh shit! Let me go! Fuck!
First of all, I really loved the quote at the beginning. Very powerful, very foreboding, and really inviting. Really created a lot of suspense about what was going to happen next. I thought it was a really strong choice. Also, the score throughout I thought was very rustic and very evocative, really beautiful, and a great companion to a lot of the cinematography. Kind of reminded me of The Ritual on Netflix. Using nature as it was, sometimes it was very beautiful, sometimes it was really scary and was revealing and hiding a lot of potential threats. And I thought that was a really smart camera work and a really smart way to kind of get us into the world. I also love the reveal that it's a zombie story. I thought that teaser was really smart, and having the immediately the protagonist turn from who someone who may be an aggressor to someone who is immediately like on the lower on the like on the lower end of the feeding chain was really smart, and very Walking Dead-esque as we watch this group of men try to like battle within themselves and still try to battle to keep their humanity. And the three personality choices between them was very distinct and very strong. And I understood who each one of them was, like in the context of the world and in the context of their friend group. And I thought the writer and directors did a really great job of establishing the pecking order and establishing the ways in which each character is both an asset and a potential risk to the solidarity of their group.
You know, it's not like dealing with the brunt of the action of a zombie apocalypse, but actually going through the day to day, which I think is really interesting because it brings out the harsher reality of what would it be like if this were to happen. And it also brings up like issues with morality and like who rules and like how do you go about like, you know, suspected zombies killing people, you know, like it's a really interesting concept that brings it asks all the questions that you kind of overlook when you're watching like a normal zombie apocalyptic piece. So I really want to commend you for that. And doing it in a pretty interesting way. It was really fun to watch. Incredibly interesting concept for the piece.
I love the use of a familiar premise like a zombie film in a short film because it doesn't require as much exposition, and so we can jump right into the plot. Um, I love the dynamic between the three main characters and how it was so interesting seeing that juxtaposed with their treatment of the wife character, because we have that sympathetic character Liam who's looking out for his friend Bird, but then when faced with a stranger, he doesn't show the same sympathy and humanity towards her. So I thought that was a really interesting aspect of humanity to explore in this. The tragic twist at the end I did not see coming, um, but I thought it worked really well, and I loved that the wife character prevails in the end. Um, the theme and the message of never lose sight of humanity, of your humanity, was really clear and rang true in this film.
I thought the characters were good. The costumes and makeup and hair were really good. Great sound and good music. I think the music was used wisely, and it was, you know, good with the tone of the film when it was needed. I want to see this as a feature because I think it'll give more time for us to really invest in these characters and have, you know, the best character development and truly invest in them, and then feel for them more when what happens to them happens. So I liked the twists. I liked the script. I liked the idea. I thought it was really cool. It was fun to watch, and I would really like to see this as a feature.
It's very nicely produced, and that we could get the kind of the idea of the scale of a zombie invasion. by just showing us this kind of micro-focused segment of it here. These guys going from station to station and encountering things, and it did a good job of showing people dealing with the ethical quandaries that people are going to have to deal with if there is a civilization threatening events and power and authority is gone and people are left to their own means. So good job there. Good acting by all the actors there. We did a great job.
I love the makeup for that first initial scene with the axe. That was brilliant. We have a post-apocalyptic world where it's every man for themselves. They also showcase brotherhood and greed, which are in most cases humans' true nature, both for the good and for the bad. And they touch on bullying, taking advantage of others, disposing of the weak ones, and at the end it's just brilliant. That just guarantees a sequel, and the performances are outstandingly good.
The performances from the actors playing Hamill, Caleb, and Trace, I thought they all did a really great job with the material and really elevated some generally pretty solid dialogue as well. I did think this was also pretty well written. And the concept is really cool. I like that it's a zombie movie that isn't really about zombies, and I feel like that's always the way to go.